So today we shall be looking at APA7 reference list. We shall be looking at how to write and format APA7 references or reference list. So we shall be looking at different guidelines on how to write and format reference list in APA7. We shall also be looking at rules, the different rules that guides the writing and formatting of reference list in APA7, and then we shall look at a sample of a reference list. So let us start by looking at the different guidelines of writing reference list in APA7. So the first guideline is that your reference list in APA7 style needs to include all the works that you have cited in your text. That means that all the works that you have cited, everything that you have put in the in-text citation in your text, it needs to be included in the reference list. The second guideline is that it is placed at the end of your essay on your new page. It means that reference list we are talking about, it should be on a new page at the end of your document, at the end of your essay. And guideline number 3 is that the reference list for APA7 has a specific format you need to follow. So this is what we shall be looking in the next slide, whereby we shall be looking at the different rules that you need to follow when you are writing and when you are formatting your reference list. So it needs to follow a specific format. Then we look at rules. So different rules that guides the writing and formatting of reference list. The first rule, considering the title of the page, the first rule is that the word reference should be put at the top of the page. It should be centered and it should be bold. As well, it should begin with a capital letter. So you see this word here, this word reference. It should be placed at the top of the page. It should be centered. It should be bold, and then the letter R should be in capital. Considering the indentation, the rule is that use hanging indent set at 1.27 centimeters for each entry. So for each entry you should use hanging indent, and that hanging indent for purpose of APA7 should be set at 1.27 centimeters. Then considering the line spacing, the rule is that you should double line spacing with no space between the entries. And then considering the order of list, we should list the references alphabetically. So we are saying alphabetical, the order of the list should be alphabetical by first author's surname. And then the last one, the author's name. You should preserve order of names in the publication. What we are saying is that the authors should appear as they are in the publication. So what you're saying is that the way the authors should be presented in the reference list is the same way that they are presented in the publication of that particular document. So now let us look at the sample of a reference list. So the first thing that we see is the word reference. So remember, we said that this word reference should start with a capital letter, means that the letter R should be capital, then it should be bold, and then it should be at the center of the page. It should be centered. Another thing is the hanging indent. So what we are saying is that the hanging indent is that you see now when the reference is the second line of a reference list should be indented. So you can see this one, this reference list, the second one is indented at 1.27 centimeters. So this is what you are calling the hanging indent. So see the second one. So the second line, so there's the first line, the second line, this one is also indented. What you are calling now the hanging indent. See also this one. Then another thing is that they should be alphabetically arranged. They should be arranged in alphabetical order based on the author's surname. So you can see the first alphabet here is C, then F, then H, then M, MC, MO, MU. So all these reference lists is arranged alphabetically. And then the last one is that they are usually double spaced, but you should check the assignment instructions. For instance, when you are writing a dissertation, when you're writing a thesis, you'll find that some may require 1.5 spacing, others will require a single space. So you should check that one. But generally for APA 7, they should be double spaced. But again, between the references, there should be no space. You can see between this reference and this reference, there is no space there. So that is how you format. That's how you write and format the reference list in APA 7. Thank you.